Hello, we're back. Video 3, welcome to Wisdom of Ages. Today we're going to talk about if you are a good candidate for hormone replacement therapy. So we've talked about what perimenopause and menopause is. That's the time frame leading up to menopause when you're losing your estrogen and progesterone and you might start experiencing significant symptoms that you just don't really like. Please refer back to that video if you want to have more detail of the symptoms of perimenopause and menopause. But, quickly we can go over some of those symptoms. So mood swings, hot flashes, palpitations, brain fog, not feeling yourself, mid-belly weight gain, hard time falling asleep, staying asleep, anxiety. So, just to cover some of the symptoms of what may be going on, may be happening if you do have perimenopause or menopause symptoms. So, are you an ideal candidate for hormone replacement therapy? So how do we know? A lot of this has to do with your past medical history, and most people, believe it or not, are truly good candidates, and why wouldn't you be? These are hormones that we were born with and grew our whole life with, and now we're starting to lose them. So why wouldn't we be a good candidate if you think about it that way? And the hormones that I'm talking about are bioidentical, and I'm going to talk about more about that later. But if you're a good candidate, so you're having these symptoms, refer back to the old video, the green scale. Go ahead and slow that down and take it. Is that you? And then age and timing. So it's most effective when started within 10 years of menopause onset. So you hit menopause, which is no menstrual cycle for 12 straight months. So within the next 10 years, you're going to see the best and the most cardioprotective benefit, bone health benefit, brain health benefit at that time frame, or started prior. Not saying that you're out of the picture, cut you out if it's been 10 years and you're having symptoms, or you want to protect your health. Not saying it's not for you. We would have an individual discussion. Everyone is their own person, and we have to look at your history carefully, but that's just, studies have provided like these significant, wonderful protective effects from hormone replacement therapy within that time frame. And then a desire. How are you feeling? Do you feel like you're noticing you're declining in some of these things? Do you want to have an active lifestyle? Do you want to have improved sleep? Do you want to have preserved cognitive function? If that's you, if you're striving to thrive, that's the underlying goal here, yeah, you're most likely a candidate. So there are some things to consider that would most likely knock you out. Personal history of breast cancer. I'm not doing it. I'm just not going to provide you with estrogen replacement therapy. I talk a lot about estrogen, but there's progesterone, there's testosterone, and we'll get into that. But if you have a personal history of breast cancer, you probably are not a candidate, at least for me. There are providers out there that will look into your breast cancer history very specifically. Are you, estrogen responder, receptive, and, you may be a candidate. I'm just not, I don't feel comfortable with that. So that's one red flag for me. I'm not going to do it. Not to say that you can't have testosterone replacement therapy or progesterone, things aren't completely out of the ballpark, or vaginal estrogen, just not systemic. So there are options for you. So don't feel discouraged, there are some options to help with some of these symptoms, but that's the main one. Okay, and it's just a personal history. If you have a family member, your mom, your sister, that doesn't necessarily cut you out of the picture, okay? It's a personal history, and we need to look into it, though. History of blood clots might be another one. Now, why did you have the blood clots? Do you have a MTHFR gene mutation? So there are some specific tiny little things to look for, or an increased risk for cardiovascular disease because of X, Y, and Z. That's something to look into. So these are the things that I'm going to look at your past medical history, discuss to you about. Maybe you're not a candidate, but Most people are, okay? And then don't forget, this is functional medicine, so should you have X, Y, and Z, why do you have that? Say hypertension, high cholesterol, we can dig into that as well and figure it out and see, because this is not just about hormones. That's just what I'm covering right now. Okay, I made this one a lot shorter. My other video ran a little long, so I hope to keep them short. And until next time, so strive to thrive, guys. All right.